What's up, nerds? Back with another video. In this video, we are playing Final Fantasy Tactics, and I know that it is a phone camera recording. That's because I am not going to play this game on PC. That is blasphemous, and so we're recording with the phone. All right, now that that's out of the way, we're going to go over judge point farming, which is the way that I've got level 25s across the board with some pretty gnarly jobs unlocked. And as you can see, I have not even passed the second quest. I am literally between here and here. This is as far I've unlocked in the game. And you can see I've got a thief, time mage, thief, time mage, order. And there's obviously more jobs we can unlock. But, you know, getting down to the second page and literally super simple. And so we're going to go over real quick how to set yourself up, the advantages of doing stuff like this, and, you know, different little quick things. So first off, when you start, you're obviously not going to have level 25s. You're going to be, you know, low-level people. And so the way you start off judge point farming is by making sure everybody's a squire first. And when everybody's a squire, you want to also make sure, so they're going to have fundaments, but you want to make sure you also don't forget to equip items. And then you go down into jobs, you go over to chemist because you have a couple JP already. And so you unlock potion and you unlock Phoenix down. So you do that, and then you go to fundaments, and you do that for all of these guys. They all have the same thing, all have fundaments items. And that is because, so this is one of my, I leveled them like a little bit, judge point farming, but I didn't actually continue. So they've just got throw items, but otherwise you can see it doesn't matter. Everybody's just got the same thing. So the reason that we start them off with squire is because you're going to get fundaments as a squire, which also we're gonna be maxing out squire for everybody, but you can see you've got throw stone, which is important. You want to make sure all your guys have throw stone, and then later you'll see you unlock movement +1, and most importantly, you unlock JP boost. And so basically, everyone's going to be maxed out squire by the end of the day. You can see over here, Ramza, the main character guy, learn abilities. I've got 2,000 JP left over from squire, everything unlocked. Same thing. Oh, and so advanced, you'll see the way that you stack this up next, give a little bit of a hint in the future. So the next job that you're going to master after you're done squire JP farming, I highly suggest the next one you master is monk, because monk has first strike, counter, critical HP recover. It's got life font, and it's got a bunch of really good self-activated skills, which is something that you'll, and not only are they self-activated, but they also, you've got a revive that doesn't cost any mana. You've got a way to get back mana and HP. You've got a way to cure yourself of stuff, and you've got a ranged damage ability. And basically, you're just setting, the reason I'm JP farming at least is because it sets yourself up for the best possible jobs you can get in the future. And the last thing for setting this up, and so this gets a little bit more past the advance. So none of these guys have counter, but when you do get counter, you want to make sure that you don't have counter on everybody. So Ramza over here, he's got counter, but Cashmore, he has critical recovery. Retlaw, he's got counter, but Jarman, he's got critical recovery. And when you're JP farming with higher level guys, you want to make sure you have at least, you can see that we've got white magic on vodka, and again, we've got like martial arts on Cashmore, so he can recover mana and HP. Martial arts on Retlaw, so he can recover mana and HP. And obviously, they've all got JP boost, which is one of the better skills while doing this. So let me just real quick unfavorite my guys, and let's favorite these ones so that they are used first. And so let's go over JP farming, the actual practice of it. So first off, you want to make sure that you do have a good amount of, you do want to make sure you've got a good amount of, here we go, of potions and Phoenix Downs. You don't have to have, you're fine. I would say minimum of like 5, 6, 7, right? But you're going to be able to keep buying because you can see I'm up to 60,000 gold up here, right? And that's because as you continue to do this, you get more and more money and you never really outpace what you're getting. So you come over to Mandala Plain. This is the ideal setup in a perfect world for JP farming. You've only got one chocobo, and we've got two kind of just meh monsters. I mean, because this sometimes you could have two over here, you can have two in the other corner, you can have two in the other corner, you can have 3 chocobos, you can have 2 chocobos is not terrible. It's not exactly fun, but ideally, you just want the one chocobo, right? And so I'm going to get everybody I want prepped. Boom. We're going to commence the battle. And the goal here is to lure the chocobo into the one corner. And then after the chocobo is in the one corner, you take out everybody else. There we go. All right. Success. Okay. So now we are set up for judge farming. So you can see this guy's got critical recovery MP. So this guy is a good guy to have in front. And martial arts, he doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. He just does 10 damage. So that's good enough to have this guy be sitting in front. And so now the only thing that I've got to do is have my, so thrown rock, if this guy's right here, he can still hit with a thrown rock because it goes diagonally between these two units. So this guy's going to have to move over. So let's just have this guy be over here because I'm not sure. Can throwing a stone? Yeah, throwing a stone hits him from here. All right, perfect. And so I kind of want to have this guy. Let's see. That's outside of range. So I kind of want this guy to be right here. Well, actually switch spots because he cannot hit from here yet. So let me make sure we can do that. So, but the heal chick can go here. This is a good spot. And she really doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So let's just bop my own guy because that's fine. And so now movement, we want this guy to move over. Although let's chakra real quick. Chakra real quick to give some more mana. And then let's move this guy right over here. Or actually, this would be better if he's the one behind black magic. So let's go with a move right here. And then abilities, metal, throw stone. Yep, and he could throw stone right in the corner. And then he could move right here. Ability, attack. Perfect. Boom. And now this guy's going to attack. That's fine. He can't move. Martial arts. We're going to chakra. It's okay if he gets a little bit more. It's fine if he gets a little bit more attack. That's no problem. We're going to cure right here. We're going to wait. We're going to attack. We're going to metal. We're going to throw stone. Because all of this just does a little damage. Gets you a little bit of JP. Boom. Everyone heals back up. No problem. We can martial arts. So let's do a... So martial arts. Let's do a Aura Blast. Or actually, you want to know what would be good? We can Shockwave once I get the right spot. Here we go. Boom. Martial arts. Shockwave. 21 damage. Boom. There we go. He's going to attack. That's no problem. None of it matters. Martial arts. Fine with the chakra. It's fine to give him back a little bit of HP. We get the judge. Abilities. Attack. Boom. And so the Chocobo is going to have enough heal. And let's see if we can get it. There we go. So we get it down to a spot where it wants to heal. We're going to white magic on top of ourselves just in case. We're going to wait. But this is essentially judge point farming. So you've got your Chocobo in a corner. You've got all of your guys set up so that everybody gets judge points every turn. But you also have abilities to not die on anybody, right? And if you have to, you can do something like this, which is literally or. So the Chocobo, when it heals itself, it's going to heal this guy. So if I want to, and also he's going to be chakra healing himself anyway. So here we go. Okay, Chocobo Beak, see? Not the end of the world, because he can't go anywhere. Abilities, this guy can martial arts, chakra himself, no problem. And then we'll do an attack. Bada bing, bada boom. Smackerino. Abilities. We'll do a white magic. We'll do a cure. Heal myself. Then we're going to attack. Steel, metal, throw stone. Get him down real low. Be like, you better fucking heal yourself, brother. Because if you don't heal yourself, you're going to get slippity slapped. And let's do a Aura Blast again. I could do an Aura Blast on Ramza. That's no problem. There we go. We'll do a metal. Let's do another Tailwind. Some free JPs, baby. I'm surprised that he's still Chocobo beaking. But that's not the end of the world. There we go. Hit him down low. We'll hit him with a cure this time. And we'll do another Tailwind. 48 JP every time. We'll hit him with a cure this time. There we go. Or a blast. And there's, again, if you've got chemists, you can do chemist throw a potion. You can do with your different types of... So because for example, this is going to be, if you were a squire, this would be fundamentals. So you won't have chant, but you'll have focus, rush, throw stone. So you can just literally just focus. Boom. Attack power by 1. Another 48 judge points. And you've just got to be careful because you don't want, obviously, to heal yourself or to do so much that you end up killing the guy. You don't want to give yourself too much attack power. That's why I like having the, Tailwind on, on Ramza right there. But you're always going to have, in this situation for me, I'm always going to have HP because I got Cura. And let's just see what's my throw stone. My throw stone would definitely kill it. So I'm obviously not going to throw stone. Ooh, 18. Here we go. Boom. But missed, so that's not the end of the world. Let's see. Chakra, Shockwave. Is that going to kill it? Yeah, 21 damage. So I'm just not going to do that. So I'll just Aura Blast my own guy. 28, but it doesn't matter. 46 JP. And we're literally just doing this for however long you want to do it. I usually go until one of these guys levels up or has enough JP to unlock something good or has enough JP to get... Because the reason you're doing this... Oh, there we go. Look at that. Boom, cures itself, hangs out. But the reason you're doing this at the end of the day is because you need to get whatever ability, you need to unlock whatever skill. Because really, for me, like, for example, this black mage that I've got, he's actually really the big thing I'm trying to get is a time mage, right? And for this guy, the archer, I'm really just trying to get level 3 archer, level 4 archer. So he's actually good right now. For right now, you could see thief. I'm on level 5 thief, 1500 JP. He's honestly probably good on thief, because really what I'm doing for thief is I want the... So for thief, you've got movement +2 and movement +1. Those are the big abilities I want. Same thing with Retlaw over here. He's level 5 thief, 1200 JP. I think I'm going to get up to 14 just in case, so I can get movement +2, movement +2, jump +2, and that's pretty good for thief. Like, I'm only doing this because there's certain abilities that I want to unlock, and so I'm just farming JP to get to that point, and then, you know, move on to the next ability. And I'm just that's what this is. This is really just to unlock jobs, to get yourself, you know, certain abilities, and then you change classes and you do this again with another class. Because, for example, time mage, one of the things I really want, there we go, chocobo cures, blah blah blah. Because the really thing for me, for example, is time mage has teleport, which is one of the most broken movement abilities in the game. But the problem is that teleport is 3,000 fucking judgment points. So to get 3,000 JP the honest way, as I like to say, that would be a lot of fucking gameplay, right? But on here, if I wanted to do that on this, it really would not cost a whole lot. You know, it would be probably be what, at 40 judge points. Let's just say it's 30 judge points. That's 100 turns, which I know seems like a lot, like 100 turns. Oh my god. But, you know, again, when you've got the chocobo set up like this, you're getting 30 JP, you know, 40 JP if you've got the boost, and you're just, you know, going back and forth. I mean, it really, it adds up quick. And also at the end of this, so specifically with this class, because I have an orator at the end of this, when I get this chocobo down to critical and I'm done doing all of my farming, then you could take your orator, talk to the chocobo, and get the chocobo on your team, if, you know, that's something that you're really, you know, interested in. But that's JP farming. I'm literally just going to continue to do this for, you know, another like hour or so, probably, and get myself maxed out on all of these classes. If you do hit the chocobo, obviously you have the ability to get yourself, you know, you get experience. So, because some of these, you just get JP for some of this stuff if you're using it on players, but if you're using it on the enemy, you get XP for it. Sometimes you don't get XP. So that's, you know, that's kind of the play, and you just do this. And I know it seems like some people are like, oh, this is, you know, stupid, this is boring, you know, and definitely I see that perspective. But if you are a Final Fantasy enjoyer like me, you know that there are a gajillion different classes, and you've got to do all of this JP farming and all of this crap anyway. And so, you know, you might as well get the early game shit out of the way, because you're going to have to eventually, you know, do all of this stuff anyway. So you might as well get, you know, some of this out of the way now. Because, I mean, imagine getting 3,000 JP when you've got like 7 enemies and everything is a struggle to survive, and it's just like I don't know, whatever. It's in the game. Fuck it. Fuck you. It's in the game. If it wasn't in the game, then complain to me then. But it is in the game. And so whatever. This is all legal gameplay, Anyway, but that's it. Smoke grass, eat ass, be excellent to each other. I will see you in the next video. Deuces. All right, so I'm done with another round of JP farming, and I just wanted to highlight I was level 26 on my last save, which was at 5 o'clock last night, and it is now 12 o'clock the next morning. I obviously didn't play until this morning, did my 1 round, and I am at level 37 now. And if you go over to my units, so now everybody has movement +2 because everybody's a maxed out rogue. We'll go over to the next guy. Movement +2, movement 2, movement 2. She's got movement 1, but that's because she was an orator, because I wanted to, as you can see down here. I got my chocobo level 30, 87, and that's because she was the orator and got that. So now the next goal, I'll just click one of these. So you can see with this guy. But the next goal is to get Dragoon and Ninja, because if you look at Dragoon and look at their abilities, they've got one of the most insane abilities. That's a reaction ability. If I can click it. Here we go. Dragonheart. So upon receiving physical attack, grants re-raise to the unit. Probably one of the most insane skills in the game. Really useful for any sort of combat class that's running in there and getting deep in the shit. And then Ninja is up next after that, because you've got dual wield, which lets you dual wield when not a ninja, which is one of the highest DPS abilities and classes in the game. So that's kind of, again, the JP farming stuff. And again, you can do this. I literally have not gotten past the second quest in the game, and I'm literally just doing that right here in this low-level area. And actually for Ninja, now that I'm remembering, I've got to go over here and buy a bunch of swords, because the Ninja throws swords like crazy. And something, again, to just keep in the back of the mind, you get more money the higher level you go. So you can see I'm, again, not even close to level 3, and I'm already at just under 70k money. All right. That's JP farming in a nutshell. All right, final editing note. You can see that I am still in the same spot. Have not gotten past, the first quest. And I wanted to show you the final version, max efficiency, right? And kind of just for my own, posterity. So I am level 62, almost across the board. Level 60 here, level 61 here. But I have maximum autist JP'd this game out. You can see, with the exception of this one guy, which I got to get White Mage level 5, but I have unlocked every class, including Bard and Mime. Mime, the class that, to get this class, you need to be level 8 in Squire and Chemist, and then level 5 in a bunch of other classes. And I've got Mime across the board on all of my guys. You go to Job, you see I've got Mime and everything. So these are basically the guys that... So this guy doesn't have Ninja, and that's because he's not an attack class. He's my Bard. He's my support. He's like a mage, white mage, black mage. These two guys, they don't have arithmetician because they're not mages. They've got all the other stuff. And then this guy as well, my ninja. I'm working on, basically, the reason I got all this stuff done now is so I can focus on essentially the rest of the game now, because I've got all the stuff in here for all the different counters, different energy absorbing stuff, HP absorbing stuff. Over here, I've got all the different boosts and abilities. And because literally for some of these classes, like I don't have any pole arms yet. I don't have any samurai swords yet. So for this guy, for all his abilities, I can't even use this guy's abilities yet, right? But what I can use are all of the different support abilities, the reaction abilities, etc. The different movement techniques and stuff. I actually didn't have, I think it's Bard for over here. Bard is movement +3. Yeah. I'm not going to make everybody a Bard, though, or a dancer. I'm not going to go through and do that. And obviously, so basically, I've got 3 melees for support, or 3 melees attack. I've got, even though I guess my guy, main guy, he's 70-70, so he could be either. But so it's basically 1 Omni, 2 straight melee, and then I've got a Bard, which is the support class, and then the Dancer, which is the kind of attack class. Because for guys and girls, so guys can be bards and they boost everybody, and dancers can be chicks or are chicks, and they are the ones that affect enemies. But that's it. That's the the main goal of JP boosting is literally just to get all of this stuff out of the way as far as reactions and support abilities and whatnot. For example, oh my god, teleport is so insane. Absolutely bonkers. Let me just double check. Did I get teleport? Yep. All right. So let me just real quick while I'm in here, change this guy over to teleport, because having support with teleport classes or teleport on your support classes is insane. And then, like I said, this guy's my black mage. You can see he's black mage. Actually, so for this, I'm going to be, because I don't need counter, I'm actually probably, because I like the one that goes with faith, but I do like critical HP recover. That's pretty good. Magic counter is also pretty good, but for now, I'll just do critical recover HP just in case. And then I like Cup of Life on your white magic stuff, because Cup of Life makes it so whenever you overheal, it heals everybody, anybody else in your party that needs health, which is good. I'm going to leave JP boost on for now, because I need the JP on those 2 new classes. But for these guys, I can do probably equip swords just for now. So I can equip broadsword. Actually, I don't think I could dual wield with this, right? Yeah, it switches it. But still, broadsword's nice. And then for over here for this guy, I don't need JP boost anymore. So let's put on for ninja. Well, we can dual wield with ninja. So let's just go attack boost. Just a nice classic attack boost. But there you go. That's my JP farming guide. I've been playing this game for, let's see. Where is this in here? I've been playing this game for 34 hours. So it took me about 34 hours to autistically JP boost myself to level 62. And now it is time to finally play the damn game.
Like the vid, leave a word, drop a comment, get absurd. Subscribe if you had some fun. We drop bangers one by one. Check the description down below for all the